I'm recording this on Tuesday, and I'm going to be posting this on Wednesday. It was June. It was so dark out that you could not see a car. Me and my friends were watching a movie about a witch that stole money. It was so scary to them, but John did not think it was scary, so he went to bed. But his friends screamed, echoed the walls. He runs to them and yells, "Shut up!" He walks back and goes to sleep. Yet they are still yelling, so he leaves the house. He takes his car and drives to the store and buys a soda. He falls asleep in his car. He wakes up in his car and drives off to his house. Yet to his horror, his house was gone. He was confused. He said, "I'm sure I went the right way. There is no way I passed, huh?" He didn't know what to say at this point. He looked at his GPS and he was at the right place. Yet there was no house. So he drives to his friend's house, but again, to his horror, all of his friends forgot there was a house at all. They said he lived in a whole different spot. So he yelled at them, but they said there was never a house. You live on a different street. He was so scared, so confused that he left. He was done. He was gone. Nobody has heard of him for years. He went searching and searching for his house, but he never found it. 5 years later, he kept on searching, but he never found it. Some people said he was crazy, but he was the only one that knew there was a house there. The missing house. It was published everywhere. His friends wanted to make it heard that his friend disappeared. And the last thing he was talking about was a missing house. The police thought he went crazy and disappeared. But he went on a detective run. He wanted to find out what happened. So he searched where his house was, searched and searched. 5 years already passed. He didn't care about the rest. Maybe he had the life, but he wanted to figure out what had happened that night to make everybody forget. He went to the doctors after 6 years of searching. They told him he was fine, that he had no medical illnesses or diseases. He was just crazy, I guess. That's what he thought. That's what everyone thought. Yet one day, a man came up to him and said, "I know where your house is." He turned, but there was no one there. He yelled, "You know where my house is!" But no one answered. For months, he searched again. Found no clues, nothing. He searched for 6 years and he had found nothing. Yet the man came again and said, "I know where your house is. I will show you." It was so quiet. For minutes, seconds, hours, it was quiet. Because what was in front of him was the most scariest thing of his entire life. He searched for 6 years. Yet out of nowhere, he saw his house again. He ran into his house, broke open the door, and yet what he saw was frightening. He saw his friends watching that same movie again. He yelled at his friends, "When did you get here?" He said, "We've been here. What are you talking about? You just went out." He didn't believe it. He said, "The house was gone. You didn't even remember. I'm the only one." The people thought he was just pranking them because there was a scary movie on. All of them said, "Yeah, okay, come on, we're already watching a scary movie. You don't have to try to scare us." "Ah!" they screamed of the movie again. He didn't believe it. But he was tired of living in a world that nobody remembered his house. So he just went with it. He didn't want to sound even more crazy. So he said, "Okay, you got me." And he went on with his life. Those 6 years he was searching didn't even happen. He thought it was a dream, I guess. But that old man that whispered in his ear, he never saw him again. He never even seen him in the first place. So now, instead of searching for his house, he searched for that man. 30 years later, he was old, going on a trip with his parents, and his wife, and his kids, and his friends. And he was relaxing. On an airplane, he was sleeping. And then, well, he heard the man. He said, "I hope you like your new house." He turned over and he finally saw the man. Yet only for a second, as the man left. The man didn't, but the man came back and said, "I want to talk to you privately." He told him all about what happened to him. Like and subscribe. If I get 20 likes on this video, you'll figure out what he said. I hope you like this. Wednesday stories are back again. Well, maybe next Wednesday I won't have a video out. And I'm sorry for that. It's kind of hard. It took a long time to make this video. I had to write it down. Well, the first time I didn't, but then I had to write it down. It didn't help me. Thank you guys for, well, I guess, you know, doing what you do most. Like videos, subscribe. I only have one subscriber. I hope you'll, subscribe and hear some more Wednesday stories. Bye.